So hello everyone, we're Ivan and Sandra and we're the co-founders of Collabwriting. The initial idea for Collabwriting actually came from my own personal work in content marketing and my team's inability to manage all the sources and all the data that went into producing really great content. And every day for me would look a bit like this. I would find a piece of text on a post that I was reading, I would select it, then I would copy it, then I would open Slack, I would paste it, I would go back to the page, I would copy the link, then I would go back to Slack, I would paste the link, I would leave my own comment, and then my content writer could read it. She could click the link, she could try to find it, she could try to understand why I shared something with her, and then she would go back to Slack, she would leave her own comment, and then we could finally start collaborating. If this sounds really crazy for a very simple, straightforward exchange of information, that's because it is. And we weren't alone with this problem. Over 9 hours each week are spent by professionals just looking for information. That means if you hire 5 people, only 4 actually show up to work. And with the growth of the organization, this problem grows from a collaboration one to a knowledge management one, like it did for one of our earliest adopters at EY. Their biggest challenge was managing junior analysts and junior researchers who would leave the company after about 6 months to a year, and then when clients would come back with questions, there would be no one to answer them.
Yeah, so we developed Collabwriting. It's a simple tool that helps you find, share, and collaborate on content you find online. But this was only the beginning. We now plan on turning knowledge management on its head. We've already launched Knowledge Hub as well as AI copilots that do the desk research for you. And the same model is used to give you next step suggestions while you do your research, make it more precise and efficient. In the near future, we plan on expanding knowledge collection on both audio, video, and physical world as well.
And to top all of this off, we will be serving you knowledge when you need it, not when you know where to find it. So our knowledge triggers will be able to deliver you knowledge, for example, when you land on a profile of a founder and an analyst left a comment there a year ago. You will be served the knowledge immediately, even without ever having a conversation with an analyst. You will get an immediate connection to the insights and knowledge stored within your organization. Our current market primarily consists of content marketers, consultants, and research and development teams, and our service addressable market currently goes over $4 billion.
Yeah, so we had pretty nice growth so far. We currently stand at more than 2,000 weekly active users with more than 300 paying customers, and our growth was pretty much organic, with us leveraging PLG as well as content marketing. And when it comes to market validation, we've used AppSumo as a tool to launch only a part of our product there. And then we sold $60,000 worth of licenses to exact target customers we previously mentioned.
And we believe we can do this because we've been working together for already 5 years now. Ivan already had a successful exit, and I was working with that company for 4 years. We almost went bankrupt during COVID. We lost our biggest client, but we were able to turn it around, find a corporate partner that ended up being one to acquire the company, 60% of it, and further grow at the UK, US, and other foreign markets. And yeah, that's it.
And we are currently raising $800K. Around 50% of that will be used to the user base, growth of user base, and about 50%
Thank you.
cloud development.
Time is over.
So thank you for the presentation. Great fit, definitely, with our award size. I don't know if you know. I want to mention this. There was this business invested by Andreessen Horowitz a number of years ago called Rap Genius. And they were doing web annotation. They haven't really. I mean, it started as a lyrics website, a rap lyrics website, but they were doing web annotation. It sort of reminded me of what you do. So one thing, I mean, you showed us the Ernst & Young profile. Can you tell us more about what you do with them, or like, are they users of yours, clients of yours? Which Ernst & Young?
They're currently users because there's a lot of roadblocks with information security that we would have to kind of go over. We've been in communication with them for around a year now. They were some of the earliest testers, and their team even downloaded a separate browser so they could use it with their work, because it's simply kind of an obstacle. We would need to get all the certifications, but we've had really great engagement with them. We even won at their startup weekend that they held in November, December of last year. And when we launched these AI co-pilots, one of the first people to subscribe was one of their managers. So we've been in constant communication, but it feels like we need to grow a bit more as an organization to truly be a fit for them as a service provider, but we do have users actively using the app.
Yeah, we already have like manager in consulting that uses our tool to compare their work of their desk researchers for whether they were productive or not.
All right.
But on his Gmail.
Can I continue with the questions? All right. So what is the, like, is that app built like what what we're seeing right there?
Yeah.
And what is the usage pattern that you see by your user? So like somebody starts researching a topic, they annotate different parts of different pages, and they store all that knowledge in just like one knowledge base, right? That's how it goes?
They organize it with topics and topic clusters. So they have different levels of how they can organize data with Collabwriting. They also have hashtags, and we also have advanced search within the app. So even if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, we have semantic search that can bring you up the results. We also implemented next step suggestions that are now at its initial phases, but if we don't have in our internal base of what you're looking for, we will give you next step suggestions, the exact paragraph on live text that you can go and read. So basically, we're trying to integrate with the way that people are working. So we're following them through their search. We are browser extensions, so you don't have to leave your page where you're trying to look for information. And when you're in the dashboard, we try to serve you information in the easiest way possible.
All right. And is this like a knowledge acquisition tool? Does the knowledge stay here, or then they use it in a different project, or something else happens with it?
We recently integrated with things like Google Docs and Notion, where you can just drag and drop the highlights that you've created with Collabwriting into the text that you're writing. We also have full export and things like that, but it's basically a basis for people to either create a content marketing strategy or a brand strategy or write a blog. So this is like the starting point of whether you're a consultant writing a report or you're someone who's writing a blog. We are your starting point, and then we're also something where you come back if you're writing or doing something that's similar in the topic and scope.
Cool. You showed us the revenue, and you show us users. Are those active users or are active users?
Those are weekly active users,
Weekly,
so that's the only metric we
Weekly?
track. Yeah.
Alright.
And that's by the Chrome Web Store and the Edge Web Store. So our internal analytics show a bit higher number, but those are also people who the links have been shared to.
And how do you acquire users right now, apart from your bundle? How do you acquire users?
We've also done a lot of things like Product Hunt, other product launching platforms. We're very active on LinkedIn. We have an active blog and other social media. So we've been trying to influence people to also share. We got a lot of new users from that. So that kind of organic marketing, organic content marketing is where I come from, where my experience is. And that's mainly what we've been using to grow the user base and kind of those exchanges with users.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Collabwriting team.